I am Payal, your own study abroad expert. In this video, we're going to discuss a very important point. How much study gap is acceptable in most of the universities in many countries where the students want to go and study, like UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and Ireland. So what is study gap? So once you've finished your education, you may not be able to continue it. Probably you would start working, you would engage yourself in some skill enhancement program, or you would get into some professional training, or you would just probably take a sabbatical and not do anything. So till 1 year is easily acceptable by most of the universities, especially in US. But beyond 1 year, you need to have a significant reason on why you could not continue your studies. So even if you're doing a job, that is also considered as an educational gap. So in Canada, most of the universities accept only mostly 5 years of educational gap. That means your last education should have finished 5 years ago. Even after that, if you're doing a job or something, but you want to resume your studies, maybe do an MBA or PhD, you should avoid having an educational gap more than 5 years. So if you've heard recently, there have been a lot of visa rejections for Canada in the last couple of years, because people who could not go through migration tried to go via study visa route. And if your age is more, and you intend to go back to your studies, a lot of universities may not even accept it. So a lot of people where the study gap was as much as 10 to 12 years got an offer letter from some universities. I mean, there are some universities in Canada which do give you offer letter if you have a huge educational gap, but there are high chances that your visa gets rejected. So if you have a study gap more than a year or a few months, then you will have to justify your study gap with some appropriate reasons. Either you were doing some job, or you had some family issues or health issues, and you will have to substantiate your justification with proper documents. So if you had some health issues, you will have to submit some medical certificate. If you had some if you were into some professional training, then you will have to give the certificate of the training. Or if you were doing a job, I mean, you have some good work experience, then you should, submit your documents, like, offer letter or your work experience letter. And these documents would justify the gap that you have on why you did not resume your studies and you took a break and you want to resume it again. So there are colleges in Canada that accept more number of years as gap years. For example, Seneca College, Toronto, Humber College in Toronto, New York Institute of Technology in Vancouver. Then we have Royal Roads University in British Columbia and Centennial College in Toronto. So these are the universities where you can easily get an offer letter if you have a huge educational gap. But as I said, visa could be a little difficult, so to be very careful while while you're applying for your visa. You may be grilled a lot and it may get a little hard for you to clear that process. So I hope it was useful to know about how much study gap is accepted in different universities in different countries. So as you know that Germany is emerging as one of the favorite destinations for a lot of people to go and settle there. Then Sweden is another country which is becoming one of the preferred destination. So these countries are attracting attention. UK, USA, Australia, Ireland have always been there. Canada, they've always been there. But now Germany and Sweden are taking the attention of the people. So in Sweden, you get the post-study work permit of a year, and you can also travel with your spouse and children, which is a very big positive point. Because when you're married and you're going for your study visa, you always have this concern in your mind that can I take my family with me? What about my children? What about my spouse? So Sweden is attracting a lot of international students because of this facility that they provide. So I hope all these facts are pretty useful to you, and stay tuned in with us to get a lot of more latest updates. We'll be coming out with a lot of more useful information and a lot of more tips and strategies on different competitive exams that you need to write to clear um, all these exams and fulfill your international dream of studying abroad. So if you have any comments, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible with the video of your choice. If you want to cover any topic, we would do that. And do not forget to like this video and share it with all your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to us till now, do not forget, subscribe to us right now. Thank you.